Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will... Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi, trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Wentz now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he motions the wide receiver. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out and out come the Eagles. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play clock's running down. Throwing his Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Aguilar in motion left. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Throwing on first is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They'll go with Foreman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Watson on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a handoff looking right. Room to run inside the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Devin Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun, it's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Wentz to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He finds Ajayi. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Here's Ajayi. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. In motion is Fedorowicz. On second down, here's Watson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Watson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Red zone opportunity.
Let's go. Flex round.
From the red zone now, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A first scoring update now from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. A big-time play there for the Texans. 62 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense. Yeah, he's sent, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now Wentz again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Again, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And this Texans defense stands tall. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the third quarter in Tampa. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. This is taken at the 18. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
So he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. To throw on second is Watson. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Faking the give. Now Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And the wideout in motion. Now Wentz got to have this one. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans add on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he motions the wide receiver. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Wentz now on 1st down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Aguilar in motion left. Now Wentz on third down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Flex round. Check 43. Let's go. Flex round. Hut. Hey, check 24.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Run.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to...
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different myself.